Hi, my name is Isaac Kotek, and today I want to talk about depression and creativity and how those two interact, specifically around being a musician and dealing with the spiral of maybe depression, attachment to your music, and things like that. Recently, I found out that a friend of mine and fellow producer had committed suicide. And I don't know exactly what led to their choice, but I do know that we had many conversations around music and how he felt that his music wasn't really being received or heard and how he wanted to get it out there, and a lot of frustration over the years. And I want to talk specifically around that. Now, there's a lot of resources online around feeling suicidal, once if your friend's feeling suicidal, depression, and how to help people through that or yourself. And I totally suggest looking that up because you are an amazing person for being a musician as well, trying to share your creativity. And there are lots of resources for you or helping a friend through that process. But today I'm going to talk specifically around how the creative process and depression interact with each other and some thoughts. Now, when we start making music, we might really want our friends to start sharing it or being into it, and we're really looking for an external source to tell us that what we're doing is good, like sending a song off to a bunch of friends, getting their feedback for better or worse. And also when we release songs on like SoundCloud or something, getting obsessed with watching how many plays we have, how many shares did we get on Facebook, how many people are liking it, why aren't people booking me, what's going on? And we kind of get lost in this spiral of self-doubt sometimes, of really expecting the rest of the world to pay attention to us whenever we release something and questioning why they aren't. And I have something really important to share around that process. And that is that we as musicians need to keep in mind that we are not our music. Now, what I mean by that is when I release a song out in the world, if people like that or not, that is not me they are validating. That is that song. They don't have an understanding of who I am, my expression, or anything. It's just simply like cultural context, personal context, musical context, all these different things interacting to see if people like it or not. But that is not who I am. I am more than just my music, right? I am the things that I enjoy. I am the process around making the music. I am what I feel around my music, much more than what other people perceive of it. So we are not our music itself. And by having that distinction, that really helps break our ego. So I think it's really important to break that cycle and just make music. Make whatever you're trying to express. Distill your feelings, your expressions, your story. Put it out in the world and just let it float. Just let it unwind itself and move on to the next thing. Because the best thing you can do is enjoy the process, enjoy making music, and just keep doing it. And something will happen, guaranteed. I think this is a very important conversation for us to have as a community of musicians, of helping each other out through depression, through feeling down and out about your music, and helping to recognize that is separate than who we are. Another thing that goes hand in hand with the fact that we're not our own music is that we are more than that. Right? There are things that make us who we are, which is our hobbies, our likes, our friends, what we do with our free time, our hobbies. Something else that goes hand in hand with this is we are more than just our music. We are the things we enjoy, our hobbies, our friends, the adventures that we have. The things that we do in the world is what makes us who we are. So don't get trapped as a musician of just working on your songs. We can get in this thing where, especially as electronic musicians, we're sitting down, we're working on the computer, working on a track, we start sending ideas to other musicians online, we're chatting on Facebook or whatever, and then the day disappears. And then we go, ah, man, I really need this album out. Fine. And then the next day you repeat the cycle and you go and go and go. And then like a year goes by. I mean, I've definitely done that. And it just makes your body feel terrible. It makes your mind feel terrible. And it just doesn't make the best music. So if you can go out in the world and enjoy things and have a balance between what you create musically and your other parts of yourselves, you will be a more rounded person with better experiences to bring into your music, which will make better music. I guarantee you that if you stepped away and enjoyed life for a little bit, when you came back, you would have more enthusiasm for the music. I would love to hear conversations about this. Underneath this video, please comment about maybe your experience around depression or your process of working through this in the past. Because I'd love to have a community conversation to connect with one another and have positive movement forward so that we can all be making music and feeling great, and also helping people that we might know who are getting stuck or feeling a little depressed or something like that. And if you feel drawn to this message, please share it. I'd like to get these ideas out to people to help, and feel free to share it with other musician friends to just kind of continue the conversation. I really appreciate it, and I'm happy for your time in watching this, and thanks.